In this lesson, we're going to be looking at how to use our straight edge and compass in order to construct triangles and do other items with that triangle. So to begin, this can be applied to either the setup you see of individual line segments or from a pre-existing triangle. We're going to create a triangle from the pieces shown. So our first order of business is to pick a starting point. So if I just say I'm going to begin my triangle here. Next, I grab my compass, bring it out, and copy the length of that first segment. Bring it down to my point, and of course, construct my arc so that I'm able to then create a line segment that is equivalent to that first one, line segment AB. Next, I'm going to use my compass to recreate line segment CD. Bring it out to the proper length, bring it down, place it on G, swing the other end up, and leave a large arc. I don't know how big it needs to be, so I'm covering all the bases. Now bring it up, go to copy line segment EF, bring it down, place it on H, and then extend up and cross the arc from copying CD. Now, if I connect all three, the 2 points I had plus my new intersection point, I create a triangle that has the lengths of the original 3 sides I was given. And again, from this existing triangle, I can use my compass to simply create a congruent triangle of that same size. Next, let's take a look at something else. And that is, how can I use my side angle side theorem in order to recreate this triangle? So for side angle side, first thing I need is a starting point. I'm going to recreate line segment AB, starting here at point D. Next, I grab my compass and go to recreate line segment AB, bring it over to D, and create my arc, and put in my starting line segment from that point. So that's the side portion of it. Next, I need to recreate the angle that exists at point B. So to recreate an angle, bring my compass in, shorten it up to something a little bit more useful, and draw my arc to cover that entire spread. Next, bring the compass without adjusting its size over to point E, and once I have it on point E, create that arc in the same manner. Then, again, of course, go from contact point to contact point on the original angle, bring it across, and copy that onto my new one. So this will recreate the angle. Now the question is, how far out do I need to go for this? So I'm going to create a ray that goes from E through that point of the intersections. Now using my compass, measure out the length of line segment BC, bring it over, place it on E, mark out that length, and then simply connect to that new marking from D, and I will have recreated the triangle exactly. So create a line, copy the angle, create and measure out along that ray for the new angle, the line segment, and you will end up with a triangle of the same size. Now the last thing we're going to do is use our triangle to create a shape that is what's called a circumscribed shape. Our triangle will be inside of a circle where all three of the vertices of the triangle lie on the edge of the circle. So in order to do this, we're going to be bisecting line segments with perpendicular bisectors. So first I'm going to bisect line segment AC. Now, refresher, to do that, I simply bring my compass up, make sure it's over halfway, mark below and above the line segment I want to bisect. I then move that over to the other side, mark again, so I have some points of intersection. And draw a ray using those points of intersection, and I now have a perpendicular bisector of AC. Next, I'm going to do the same thing for either of the other sides. In this case, I'm choosing to do line segment AB. So I bring it out, I mark below and above, then I move over and do the same thing from the other side, marking below and above again, create my ray through those points, and the point of intersection, which is located here, if I can get on it, point H would be the center of my circle. Now I simply grab my compass, set it on H, and move out so that the end of my compass is on B, lock it into place, and scribe around, and I now have a circle whose edge passes and touches all three of the vertices of my triangle. There are a lot of constructions involving triangles. We've done some in previous lessons. This is just bringing together some of those ideas into a few simple points.